I'm Sean,
I'm Jeremy.
and we did a distance sensor with Bluetooth transmitting. And so the idea behind the project was you could use it really for anything where you want to measure anything up to 2 meters. So one of the ideas was for parking, just have it mounted on the back or front of your car. And that would require having an external supply and the proper thing to mount it on your car. Or when you're parking in a garage, you see a lot of people have like tennis balls hanging down to hit the front of their car to know when to stop. And so if you have this, it could just tell you how far you are from the front or in the back. And then other ways, just replace a meter stick, just another way to measure something.
So this is the high-level black box diagram. We have the power supply for the Arduino, which in this case is the computer. And your Arduino is connected to the distance sensor and the Bluetooth module. And the Bluetooth module is paired to any Bluetooth device. In this case, my phone.
Here's a schematic of it. It's pretty simple hardware-wise. It's most of the troubles and coding we have is all in software. So we have your Arduino right here. You have 2 supplies. One's the 5-volt, which is for the ultrasonic distance sensor, and then the other one's for the Bluetooth, which takes 3.3 volts. And then the distance sensor only takes 2 pins from the Arduino, a trigger and echo. And then the Bluetooth uses the USART on the Arduino, so the TX and RX pins. And you might be wondering why these are switched, but those purposefully done. We're going to screw up on the side.
Yeah, so the additional hardware, we have the ultrasonic distance sensor and the Bluetooth one. And then how it works is, the first thing we did was when you looked it up, we found a C++ library from Arduino that was called UPing. And then it didn't work directly in Atmel, so we tried rewriting it. And then we got something that looked like it worked, but it ended up not working, so we rewrote it again. This time we used the timer overflow interrupts, which the UPing library initially used. And then we also used the pin change interrupt to see when we're getting the echo signals back. And then that worked, but it wasn't very accurate, especially with longer distances, so we ended up just holding it. And yeah. So basically how it works is a 10 millisecond or microsecond pulse is sent to the trigger pin. And then after that happens, echo goes high and then goes low, and we wait to see how long it takes to get another echo signal. And then right now we have it timed so we can get up to 200 centimeters or 2 meters. And it outputs, and we set it up so it outputs to UART, and then the UART is hooked up to the Bluetooth module.
So the potential for it, as I talked about in the beginning, is to have it mounted to a car or have it actually put up so it's mobile. Also, we don't have a battery on it, so we're directly connected to a computer. So I mean, how it looks now, it doesn't have any mobility. It's just the basic design. And so making it more mobile, adding a battery to it, and then also since we can't use floating points, it only does it every integer in centimeters. So let's say your distance is 2.5 centimeters, 2.8 centimeters, it's going to take you down to 2 centimeters. So adding precision, whether that be somehow changing the code or buying a better sensor, that would be one way to make it better.
So for the demo, right now I have my phone paired to the Bluetooth module.
If I stick this in front, if I go down to 2 centimeters, it stops to work. Like if I put it directly in front of it, it flips out and doesn't like it. But then if I was to take it and measure against the board, it gives the distance in centimeters as you go out. And it starts to have some trouble at the higher end. We didn't test the higher end as much. We mostly tested just with the ruler. So up to a meter, it's pretty precise, and then a meter to 2 meters is a little sketchy. It still works.
then one thing we also did was we also cleared the terminal every time the distance changed. So you wouldn't be like bombarded with like a wall of text that just has a bunch of numbers on it.
Any questions? Anything?